Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we are going to take a look at OneUI 6.1.1 E-ROM port for our Galaxy S7, S7 Edge, the Note 7 and the Note FE. So without wasting any more time, let's take a look at it. So guys, this is the beta 2 version of the E-ROM OneUI 6.1.1 port, and we're going to take a look at all the changes, all the fixed stuff, all the new stuff that we have in this ROM, and I'm going to talk about some things that you have to follow after installing the ROM. So I have made a detailed video to check all the features you get in OneUI 6.1 on the S7 with the sport. So you can check that out in here in the I button. And don't check the installation video. The previous video had a bit of different installation procedure, and now we have new updated procedure, which I'm going to show you at the end of the video. So if you want to watch that, like most of the people are interested in that only, like the title says, so you can go directly there. You can check the installation, it's at the end of the video. Now let's take a look at all the changes that we have. So obviously this is the OneUI 6.1.1 port, and we have a lot of fixed stuff that I have told you. As you can see, the smoothness has been improved and it looks really nice right now. We have this you can see the quick settings and all that stuff. Now it is smooth and I can show you a lot of stuff, so it feels really good here. And we're getting updates, we're getting teases of new versions and some new fixed stuff, so that's great. You can see OneUI 6.1.1 and Note 14, and we have July 2024 security patch. This might not change because we have the same system like before, so, and it also doesn't matter because it's OneUI 6.1.1 based on Android 14. So if it was 15 and there could have been a pretty old beta version update or old security patch, then it would have mattered. But 15 is also new because Samsung hasn't pushed updates, OneUI 7 updates yet. So yeah, if you ever see a OneUI 7 future version here, it will be updated because yeah, Samsung is like too slow. But we're not talking about Samsung and OneUI 7 updates here. We're going to talk about OneUI 6.1.1. So let's straight away move towards the change log, and I will show you all the changes, the fixed stuff, and the bugs, remaining bugs. So guys, this is the change log. So as you can see, yeah, that this all is fine. So you have the setup wizard crashing fixed, you have screen having weird lines after rotating the screen, this is also fixed. Now status bar and nav bar not rendering properly at full HD display is also fixed. So as you can see, like you have to do some stuff to make it look. So as you can see, this is how it looks, the status bar, and if you use the nav bar, the on-screen nav bar, it also looks fine. So for that, you have to go into this Pixels app. First you have to install KernelSU next. So it comes pre-built with kernel, and you can see I have set the DPI. So if you want this DPI, you can see I've set 4:6 in the app drawer and 5:6 in the what do you call this, home screen. You can see in the settings, home screen is 5:5, app screen grade is 4:6, and you can see this is how the settings look. So you can just compare. So if you go inside here, you have to set it to custom, and you can add these options which I have set. I'll just show you how to set that. So you have to set 1920 by 1080, and you have to change the DPI to 420, apply a preview, then apply and save, and you'll get just a screen like this. So if you have some status bar issues, obviously you will get that after the first boot of the ROM, then you can set that easily with the Pixels app. You have to install the KernelSU next and give SuperSU permission inside the app. Then we have fixed Play Store crashing when the phone, if you clicked crashing the phone if you click sign in. So yeah, while signing in the Play Store, if you are getting crashes in the previous version, it has been fixed, and video has been black screen and not rendering. So you're watching YouTube videos or any of the videos, and the video has been black, so it has also been fixed. You can see auto brightness, some sensors not working have been fixed, graphic drivers have been updated with Vulkan API has been fixed, and circle to search, fingerprint also has been fixed, which I will just try. Fixed installer not working. So if you have issues with APK, I guess that's what it means. So the installer has been also fixed. And let's see, circle to search. Yeah, as you can see, it's working. Yeah, it has searched the wallpaper. So that's nice. Let's just keep it beside and let's focus on. So we have 24 ultra wallpapers, S24 ultra wallpapers. We have extra dim option too. We have Google app. Launch has been updated. GPU driver updated. It says nuked radio and KSU next app, but yeah, KSU next app has been nuked. You have to install it afterwards. You have library charging animation. KernelSU next, as you can see, it has been pre-built with the ROM. It's a kernel-based solution for SuperSU. And we have improved smoothness, and we have the new repartition too, which we are going to talk about while installing. So all of this stuff makes it a bit more higher level of in terms of usability and the responsiveness of the ROM, the customize not the customization, what am I even talking about, the stability of the ROM, which makes it more stable with the beta 2. So I'm sure you guys were waiting for this, and really sorry. There were some health issues with me. I had some work going on. My studies are also going on, so I'm not getting enough time. But yeah, whenever I'm getting time, whenever I'm taking a break, I'm shooting videos and uploading them side by side. So yeah, that's why the delay, like it's a 2-3 day delay. So sorry about that. And yep, this was the change log, and I forgot to show you fingerprint is also working right now. So let's set it. We have to go into security and privacy, fingerprints. Okay, it says fingerprint is not working. Let's set a screen lock first. I did not try it before. I wanted to try it right now. 1947. Okay, done. Now let's move to fingerprints, and it is saying fingerprint sensor not working. I don't know why. Let's restart the phone and see if we can set fingerprints. Let's quickly restart it. So guys, one more issue that we have, I just discovered it right now while rebooting the device, that the blue light, it just stays on, and we had this issue in an OneUI 4.1 ROM too. So yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine for me. But yeah, you have to, like, I needed to tell you guys that this issue is there still in 6.1.1. So I have restarted the device now. Let's move into security and privacy. Go into lock screen. And it still is saying fingerprint sensor not working. So I think it's not fixed yet, or maybe there's some issue with the device. So if you have installed this ROM and if you have fingerprint working, you can check that. Now let's talk about the bugs, which I already show you. So first is face unlock. So you can't even set face unlock. So that is also like for security, you have to set a pin or pattern. Only then you can unlock the device, or you can just swipe if you are not using it outside. And camera is not working, Bluetooth's not working, audio is only coming from earpiece. So yes, it's not, the speakers are also not working. If you are playing anything, you can only listen the audio through this earpiece and not the speaker. So that is one thing. Then we have so as you can see, it says can't set lock screen password. So like I have set password. Let's also test that. Yeah, I think the lock screen password has also not set. As you can see, I set the pin, but it has not been set. So yeah, that is also a bug. So yeah, we just discovered it live. Some sensors are not working. Wi-Fi range is bomb, which means it has some issues. Some Galaxy AI features don't work. MTP, dual SIM models sometimes having no IMEI or RIL. So as you can see, even my phone is not having IMEI or RIL. So there's no need to worry about if the IMEI is not showing. It's an issue, it's a bug. So even my Geo SIM card is not getting detected. So I just have enabled airplane mode. So yeah. And you can see Smart View and X. These are also not working. So if you're wondering if Smart View and X works, it is not. ADB is also not working. Hotspot not working. AOD freeze is still there. So if you enable AOD, sometimes it might show you. Sometimes it even like works for some like a period of time, like a minute or two. But if you again open it, like if you have set it to tap to show, or if you have set it to always and it just keeps it on the screen, then your device will get a lag, like it will get freezed and you have to force restart your device and then immediately disable AOD to in order to use the device properly. So yeah, that is also bugged. Now about the heating, it has a bit of heating. So if you keep using it proactively, or if you're doing some normal stuff and not keeping the device idle after like few minutes, like 10 to 15 minutes, then it gets a bit heated, and that's the problem with S7 with newer ROMs. But that's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. The ROM is still not usable. But what I'm saying is, for the experience you're getting OneUI 6.1.1 based on Android 14. It's still smooth. Just ignore the bugs, guys, because the developers are doing a lot more than what our device deserves. Like, Samsung has given 2 years of updates. Then we have AOSP ROMs till Android 14. Android 15 is in works. So whatever we get is all extra, and we must appreciate the efforts and not just ask for ETAs. Uh, that is just, I mean, I don't like it. I have seen in on XDA and Telegram a lot of projects getting discontinued because users keep asking ETA. So whatever we are getting, the people, the developers, they are doing it for free in their free time, and they are not expecting anything in return. They just wanted to share the experience. They have the intelligence to do this stuff, and they're just sharing it with you guys so that you guys can also experience on your older devices. Now, obviously, if you're using the Galaxy S7 or even the S8 as your daily driver, then I will suggest you do not use those ROMs and latest ROMs if you want to criticize it. But yeah, if you want to experience it, and you're going to ignore the bugs, if you just want to use it for the experience like I'm using, then it's a big thumbs up to you guys. Then you guys can go ahead and install this. But yeah, for any other any other related stuff, if you want to just criticize, and if you want just everything will be fixed for free, then this is not the place to be. This is, you should not install custom ROMs. Just stick to AOSP ROMs or go back to your stock ROM. That's the only way to get a fully stable ROM. Or maybe you can also use Floyd ROM, which is stable. You have OneUI. And guys, don't be don't get offended by this. Don't get angry on me. I'm just saying this because it is really a disrespectful way to just ask for more. Like, these people are doing it free, so I just thought I would share this with you guys. And sorry about the delay on this video. I had fever. I was not in good health. I had some work going, so I have all that pressure gets into, like, the body doesn't handle a lot of pressure like this. My hands are still shivering, if you guys can notice, but yeah, that's fine. It will take some, like, a day or two to get back to normal, and then I'll be fine. So that was it. Now if you want to check the installation, you can check the remaining video. Like, the installation part is a bit different. It's similar to 4.1. So if you have already checked 4.1 OneUI 4.1 installation, you can skip that. But yeah, if you want to see, you can see it through right now. So let's move to the installation right away. Now guys, let's start with the installation. So for the installation, you have to power off your device, obviously, in order to reboot into recovery. ADB is not working, so this is the only option you can do that. So first of all, you have to press the volume up, the home key and the power key at the same time to boot into TWRP recovery. So guys, this is the AJ-TWRP recovery, which is a custom modified recovery. And you have to use this recovery in order to install any OneUI 4.1 ROMs or OneUI 6.1.1 ROMs. So yeah, the links are in the description. You can go to the device specific links, like for the S7, S7 Edge, and for the Note7 and Note FE, it's the same, Gracer LT. So you can use that. And the S7 is Hero LTE and S7 Edge is Hero 2 LTE. So you can use the specific links. I've also mentioned code names, so you can easily configure that. So you have to install this recovery first. When you boot into recovery, you just have to go into the install option. Sorry. And you have to move your files into SD card. The SD card works in TWRP, so you have to use that. Also, it works in the ROM, so it's not, SD card is not an issue. So you have to just flash the repartitioner first and let it flash. It will reboot your device into recovery. And as you can see, it says rebooting back to recovery in 5 seconds. So it will auto reboot into your TWRP recovery. So there's no need to worry about that. Now, after you reboot back into TWRP after flashing Repartitioner, you have to check if there are any mount errors. I have noticed that when I install it for the second time or any other time from any other custom ROM, you will not get any mount error. So if you see that anything in red, mostly it's data and cache. So first you have to do for cache partition, go to advanced 5, go to cache, repair or change file system, and you can set it to any other file system. Just do that, then go back, it will say successful. Again come back, change it to ext4 and press the button. So cache partition will get fixed. Now the next step you have to do is go to wipe, advanced wipe, select data, change file system to f2fs, click yes, and it will change it to f2fs. I have already changed it. As you can see, going to data, you can see file system is f2fs. Now the next thing you have to do is you don't have to wipe anything even after or before flashing the repartitioner. It will wipe everything on your system and all the stuff. You just have to go to install. Sorry about this. Again change it back to SD card because the TWRP gets reset. And you can see Eylem ROM beta 2 S23 FE port OneUI 6.1.1. And just flash it and wait for it to get flashed. So guys, as you can see, the installation has been finished and it takes a bit of time to install. So at least charge your battery to 50% and your device will also get warm. So yeah, you have to be in a cool environment. Now just reboot the system and your device will boot. It might take some time to boot and the first boot might be heavy and there might be some lags. Let it settle. Set your resolution afterwards. Install the KernelSU next app. I'll just link it down in the description. Also the Pixels app, you can download it from the Google Play Store. I'll also link that. Open that. I have already explained what to do. Set your resolution properly and just experience the OneUI 6.1.1 on your Galaxy S7, S7 Edge, Note 7 and Note FE right now. And also thanks to all the developers who have worked on this project. Thanks to Eylem who has worked really well on this project and giving up regular updates. The beta 2 is here. You'll also get some new updates. You just have to wait and see for the stuff to get fixed, and then you'll obviously appreciate him, the developers and all. So that's it guys. If you guys the Deadpool is just not able to be stable, yeah, because there's just some issue with the stand. So yep, that's it guys. If you guys like the video, press the like button. If not, press the dislike button. And as you can see, the device has successfully booted too. So just keep it aside and dislike button if you did not like the video. And also for any feedback, you can go to the comment section, give me feedback, or if you want some guidance, or if you want some, if you're stuck somewhere, you can also check that out into the, like, your comments into the feedback section, or that is comment section, not the feedback section. And check out all the links in the description. Check out everything in the description before proceeding forwards. Also back up your data in order to just not get stuck anywhere. And that's it guys. See you guys soon. Bye bye guys, and take care.